What's up? This is BFD, Big Fats, here with the homie Kane. Do my first interview. I'm on NOR Records, doing this music shit. Well, when I got my original name is Big Fat Dog, Fat Dog from my neighborhood. It was in the 90s before we even really knew what Bulldogs was. So that's kind of been my name on the streets. And then when I got locked up, homies was like, hey, we don't really fuck with Mutts or whatever, So, Bulldogs, so, they took the dog off it, you know what I mean? So BFD is just some rap shit, you know what I mean? Man, before I got locked up, like, for something that happened when I was like 16. And before that, I just used to like rap around the hood. We was just doing that shit. We make like these little tapes. But while I was in prison, I got out the shoe in 2013, and phones was on the line. It was on the line everywhere, and we was figuring out how we could try to make money using the phones. It was like I tried to start, my own little label, and it was actually like the takeover label from a homeboy. And started putting out music. So I guess it was like 2013 I started doing all that shit in prison. You know what I'm saying? And I got out in 2020, and I put out that Free at Last on GT Digital using All Star Criminal. And then I got picked up by NOR. That song Free at Last was like I had got this beat from J.E. after I got out, and it just went crazy. And my heart was like, man, like, fuck, this is dope. Like, I'm actually out here doing it. And I just, I wrote that shit when I got out. And it's just everything that motherfucker was doing at the moment, in the moment. It's dope. How long I've been rapping? I've been rapping. Like, I went to juvenile hall for the first time when I was like 11 or 12. I went to Kiefer for a burglary and just bored in a cell. Motherfuckers, I don't know if anybody remembers the blue boats. We used to flip the blue boats over in Kiefer and just be pounding on it, making beats and just rapping. That's really like when I was really like, I figured out I had flows and shit. So I'm from North Sacramento, the Northeast, and we didn't have shit. Like, where I'm from, we were like a culmination of motherfuckers that kind of was like from other areas that kind of like fuck with each other, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
None of us really had shit. And my mom was on the shit, and we was broke. We was on, the whole shit, Section 8, welfare, the whole thing. And the motherfuckers I grew up with were just on some get money shit, you know what I'm saying? We're like, do whatever it takes. We're gonna do this every day. We're gonna do, we weren't like really the kind of motherfuckers that was sitting around smoking and bullshitting. We was kind of out there doing what we do.
That's right.
And unfortunately, a lot of us died. A lot of us went to jail. A lot of us fell off. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we grew up. Oh man, like to keep it 100, like some of my musical influences growing up. Some I'm not gonna mention because they're not in good standings no more. You know what I'm saying? So fuck them. But I really grew up listening to a lot of motherfuckers that was like from Northern Cali, and I think one of the primary ones I think was really like Sibo. Sibo, like, just to be honest, was like, oh shit, that this fool is like dope as fuck, and he's from Sac. You know what I'm saying? I think outside of that fool, it was probably like Ice Cube, and I guess really that's it. There wasn't too many Mexicans doing it that is still like, you know what I mean, in the early 90s that is still like really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess In Too Deep was kind of like the only ones, and dudes from Vallejo. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those are kind of like my influences. I feel like all the homies that's doing it, man. Iggs, GB, my dudes. You know what I'm saying? that like Rico, Cinco, I feel like those are my primary dudes. I feel like I listen to that, you know, I just like, you know what I'm saying, as far as other group segments that I like to work with. I mean, there's some, you know what I'm saying, there's some I like to fuck with, but I'm kind of on a type of shit that I'm on. I'm just like I like to fuck with my circle. I don't really know them dudes. I don't know their backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to want to really work with motherfuckers that I don't know what they're, you know, I don't know what they're gonna be in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? As far as what's gonna come out the closet, who's gonna be what. As far as motherfuckers that I listen to, that, you know, right. I basically have an understanding that,
right,
you know,
who they is and what.
Yeah, who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I rather. For me, it's more about individual standings. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know, what they could do for my career. It's cool. I mean, there's motherfuckers that I genuinely listen to that I'd like to work with just because I listen to them. As far as mainstream artists that I like to work with, like, I think one of them would be probably Dave East. You know what I'm saying? I actually listen to the dude. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I can think of. This dude Ruger, I don't know if anybody, Ruger from Chicago, he's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? That's really it.
Okay, for sure.
Man, I mean, as far as my favorite producers I like to work with, you know, I've been fucking with J.E. I feel like that's my guy. He's really dope. You know what I'm saying? As far as motherfuckers, Triple M is, of course, dope. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody outside of Northern California. I feel like, as far as the sound, you know what I'm saying? DJ Payne 1, I've been fucking with him. He's from Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? I think he's from Massachusetts. And he's really dope. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple with him. And I just try to, you know, if I really fuck with him, that's who I want to fuck with. But there's nobody that I'm really like, man, I want to fuck with him. Man, that's a good question as far as a song where I could just introduce myself to new listeners and stuff. I feel like all my songs really are just really genuinely who I am.
Right.
You know, I don't really try to pretend, you know. I've been through a lot of shit. It's easy for me to just pull from my memory.
Right.
But, I mean, as far as shit you could listen to right now, there's a couple songs on my album Resilience that motherfuckers could listen to. But man, just check out Generations. Check out, you know, Two Tone. That's some real shit. Fucking that one that just dropped with the homie Tracks. Excited. Like, those are all, like, that's who I am. All of them are just who I am. So as far as Resilience, there's 14 tracks, right? But I had to throw the last album, the last song I recorded in prison is on there, Wait Forever. And so there's 15 songs on there. But Resilience is just like, it's coming back from, you know, I was in prison for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And getting out and being able to do something that I love, and regardless of its outcome, how it affects anybody else, it's just shit I could get off my chest. And as long as I kept it, you know, real with myself, then I feel like it was successful. It was something that I, you know, did from the heart. You know what I mean? So the whole shit go. Favorite movie? Oh man, for real, like just to be honest, like there's this movie from the 80s called One Crazy Summer. And that's really like my favorite movie. I could really watch that all the time. Motherfuckers don't even know about that shit, but just is some real shit. And I think as far as like other movies, I think that's really my favorite movie for real. Something I want to accomplish. I want to move behind the scenes. I'm a grown man, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how much longer I want to really do this. I just need to exercise these demons. So as far as, you know, long-term goals, as far as this music stuff, I want to be able to put myself in a position where I could give other homies an opportunity. If you look at what I've been doing, like I've been working with a lot of homies that's in prison still. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers wasn't really fucking with me when I was in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I want to make sure that when a homie reaches out to me, as long as he's decent, he got his shit together,
Right.
his sound, his quality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him that opportunity. I'm not gonna charge him. I'm not gonna do nothing.
That's dope.
You know, I just want to make sure he has opportunities nobody was really giving.
For sure. So what are some artists that you've been working with from in there that are still down right now?
Well, I don't want to. You know, as far as motherfuckers I've got a couple songs with a couple homies. I think it's important just before I put their names out there because they're still in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They out there. Just motherfuckers will know who they are when they listen to it.
For
I don't want to say who this dude's in prison because the administration might rush
Right.
their cells and searching for phones and do that kind of shit.
For
So I
sure.
don't want to expose them. But I got a studio at the pad you can see behind you. As far as my process for writing music, I definitely love to vibe out. You know what I'm saying? I love because I'm kind of grown. Motherfuckers don't really expect certain stuff from me. You know what I'm saying? I got a different element to my flows that, you know, a long term in prison will give, you know, give people a different kind of mentality, different kind of vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? So going into a studio with the youngsters and shit, it's kind of like they're like, oh, seeing that look on their face, like, oh shit, yeah,
Right.
motherfucker really gas it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not bullshit like Orale, Holmes and all that. I'm not doing none of that. You're not gonna get that from me. So I think I got that 90s era fucking Sacramento sound, like how I flow. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spit slow and I'm a gas it as long as what I'm saying hit your heart, and you know that's how I'm gonna just work whatever flow I got, whatever the beat bring it. That's what I'm gonna give you, bro. Look, I'll tell you. So it started at the very beginning, like when I first got out. I didn't even pay for my first video. Like,
Okay.
as far as big things that I've done that made me like, okay, yeah, I'm really doing this. I didn't even pay for my first video. You know what I'm saying? The homie just was like Shimo. That's my guy. I consider him like family. That fool's brother. A lot of motherfuckers in this shit. If you know about this Sacramento shit.
Right.
You know about Shimo.
Right.
Like Shimo is like a genuine dude. Like he's like a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I had actually talked to him a couple times when I was in prison. I tried to set up this thing, and I did this video in prison with another videographer that's pretty popular in Sac, but I had to take it down because I didn't want to incriminate somebody that's still locked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to get him in a wreck. So I had to take it down. But motherfuckers that know me know it was a dope video. But I tried to do that one with Shimo. That was my first choice. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, the fact that I could actually make my first video with Shimo, you know what I'm saying, was like low key like a big deal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Right.
kind of, we used to talk about that, me and my co-defendant and shit. And we was like, man, fuck, I'm making a video with Shimo. And then he was like, don't even trip on it. You don't even gotta pay me for it. Like I'm just giving to you
Out of
because
love.
you did all this time. You stayed solid. And,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? This is like a gift. You know, just on some real nigga shit. Like who the fuck
Right.
does that? You know what I'm saying?
People don't should do that, you know.
Motherfuckers don't do that,
Yeah.
bro. So that just hit my heart, and it was like, I just made me feel like this nigga believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do this for real. And we shot out to, I shot out with Rico. Yeah, as a matter of fact, and Rico was, you know, still is that
Right.
nigga, you know that fool goes. You know what I'm saying? So we had shot out to fucking to San Jose to shoot part of that video. There wasn't much of what we did in there in the initial video. That was actually when we went to San Jose. That was actually the second one. That was what was that fucking thing called? Oh, the lane. The lane. When we did the lane, man, and we shot out there, and it was just like, man, Free Last is the one that really woke me up. Like, man, you could do this for real. Like, if you don't fuck around, if you really get into it, you could really do this for real. Yeah, I could talk a little bit about that, but. If you live in Sac, it's not really just Sac. If you live in Northern California, without speaking on any of real politics, getting in depth, because you know I don't do that. But if you know, motherfuckers got it. Something they're supposed to not be doing, right? And ideally, you want to, when you make music, you want to promote your not just your life experiences, but your beliefs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's important that when people see certain things that are contrary to those beliefs and they're affected by it, that you're able to get them something that counter it. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that at least you do your part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't control these other motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you see a narrative that is contrary, you know what I'm saying? You do whatever you could do to say, well, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. And just because these dudes act like it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because these dudes fuck with these other dudes and they act like it's cool, it's not cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And ultimately, you're going to have to answer to someone for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with the lane, I try to make sure that when I said whatever I was saying, that it was 100%, you know what I'm saying, how it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's never no question. So nobody could never say that you don't know. You know, because I told you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you could pretend, you know what I mean? You could pretend in order to save yourself, but ultimately you know. So with the lane, I just want to make sure that you knew. Motherfuckers know. You know what I'm saying? Right, so I'm working on an EP right now. I'm 6 songs deep in the EP. I'm waiting to get some features back from a couple dudes that I'm super juiced about, you know what I'm saying? And man, I'm shooting one last video for Resilience, and it's gonna be probably a couple months after we figure out what this court case do, and we're gonna figure out when we're gonna drop it, you know what I'm saying? But next EP is whole different. The production level is all different. How we're gonna be dealing with the videos, all different. NOR got us, man, set up straight to where this shit ain't shit. It's just, you know, color by numbers. That's
right.
it. Right. So first of all, to speak on NOR. NOR is a label that is primarily a certain group segment, but is moving beyond that. You know what I'm saying? To incorporate anybody that knows the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And what we want to do as a label and professionally is to be able to reach everybody that can understand what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And we don't give a fuck, really, unless you're, you know, specific people. then you're welcome to participate, right? And we've practiced what we preach in incorporating other group segments into our circle, right? As far as producing
right.
good music, right? So what we want to do going further is expand beyond California, beyond, you know, a regional sound, and we want to incorporate. Right now, as it is, we got Mexico, we got California, and a little bit of Colorado, right? Shout out to the homie Nuggy Knox, right? But what we want to do is, you know, we got motherfuckers that understand what we talk about, obviously, in Washington, right? Obviously, in Arizona, Texas. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, all over the United States of America, maybe in other countries, we don't know, but we have a deep roster that's putting out shit. You can see by the numbers, the shit don't lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gassing shit all over, fucking with majors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we have the ability to facilitate growth in every genre of music. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, it'd be to do that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get distribution to these like the majors, fucking with the majors, you know what I'm saying? But doing it on an independent level. The homie Blanco has really, man, put us in a fucking position to win. You know what I'm saying? Nano got the connects. You know what I'm saying? We got obviously the talent level with Rico, D, Lazy Boy, D, Cisneros, fucking hella fools. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we're not lacking. We're not lacking.
For sure.
Motherfuckers know who we are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is who they say they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no question about motherfuckers. You know what it is.
Yeah.
We're straight.
For sure.
Without exposing any individuals, I had been in contact with Cinco prior to being released from prison, right? Through an individual. And fucking he knew me by another name because of, you know, certain things, but we had talked a couple times, And I got out, and without even knowing who I was, Blanco had told him about picking me up for the label, but he knew me as another name. Right. So when he approached me about it, I told him I'm that dude.
Okay.
Right. And he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Right. So I was happy to sign because I already knew that Cinco was a solid individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that based on the motherfuckers that vouched for him, I knew he wouldn't, leave me in any kind of fucked up way. Even though I didn't really know Blanco at the time.
Right.
Now I've come to know Blanco, and he's reputable for sure. And I just genuinely like him on a personal level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so me signing with him was like, just riding with Cinco was just like, man, all right, this makes sense. This makes sense for me personally, professionally. You know what I'm saying? And even though I was already kind of doing my own thing, I put that to the side in order to maybe make something happen with the team of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
As far as homie rappers, while we was in prison, yeah, we was aware. And just shout out to my boy Lazy Lokes. Like, it was like, to be honored, like, it was through Lazy Lokes, just listening to Lazy Lokes music, that I was, like, on YouTube, the algorithm would point me in certain directions. Right. So because Lazy Lokes was at the time doing so much numbers, I was like, oh shit, here's this dude from the north side. He's a homie. You know what I'm saying? And man, the shit slaps for real. And then from listening to that led me to Cinco. Then I started asking questions on the yard, like, who's Cinco? Who's this? Who's these dudes? Right? Who's Rico? And it was like, oh yeah, everybody, they cool. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. And so I started listening to them more, and you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers were already, and then when I would talk to homies, you know what I'm saying? From Stockton, from San Jose,
they was like,
oh, yeah. And they point me at these other homies, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. If you like that, you probably like this, fool. Check out my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that type of shit. The important thing for me to speak on is Sacramento. As far as us, we got a real problem with unity and NOR. We really want to promote unity. And if you see how we move with all different sections. We got one mind, one heart. We trying to make sure that motherfuckers, when they look at us, they know that we're not these other motherfuckers that's trying to promote separation or any of that. We're not doing none of that. We're about unity, and we're about using that unity as a collective force to fucking move the whole people forward. You know what I'm saying? As long as you cool, as long as everything's cool with who you need to be, then we're willing to work with you and put you in a better place than you were before you met us. Straight up. As far as the younger homies, what I want to see from the younger homies is focus on getting it. You know what I'm saying? Focus on getting money. You know what I'm saying? And if you get money and you just looking at it from that perspective, bro, you have to have unity. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to work with other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And otherwise you cutting off whole sections from you're cutting yourself off from opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Like, that shit don't make sense. You can't simultaneously talk about getting bread and doing your fucking thing if you're like, I'm not fucking with this dude, I'm not fucking with, even though he's an homie. That shit don't make sense. It's counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So for the younger generation, I just say, think. You don't gotta have fun with homies. That shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Think. Be smart about your moves. You know what I'm saying? That's all I would say. Oh, man, first of all, I appreciate Kane for pulling up for the interview, man. That shit it's a beautiful thing. Anytime I get to work with other homies to promote homie shit, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. That's what unity is. That's unity manifesting itself. You know what I'm saying? And we all have opportunities to promote each other and to make sure we're all successful. And in doing that, we all become successful. You know what I'm saying? But go check out my album Resilience. Pull up on Shimo Media, on YouTube and all the other platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Shimo's on everything. Northern Organized Records, all the homies, it's on everything. All Star Criminal Music, check them out on Instagram. That's my shit. Shout out to the homie Lentes. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. So the Northern Organized Records got a lot of stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? My boy Joe Dub got an album coming out. Sin got an album coming out. D, you know his shit. He dropped one motherfucking video. That shit was like, he went crazy. I'm proud of him. He's doing major things. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lazy Boy. Shout out to Ali Bo. Ali Bo got the project in the works. Blanco, all the homies in Mex. My boy Criminal dropped something that's cool. El Dro. He shot something that just went bananas. You know what I'm saying? So Northern Organized Records is on everything. You know what I'm saying? We're on everything. If you just type it in to whatever platform you're using, you're gonna hear something. That's how we're doing it. We're everywhere. Get used to us.